You're listening to the Progressive Mind Show, your number one community building show in the world. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host, Alinko.
Hello, everyone. This is the Progressive Mind Show. My name is Sena, aka Alinko. You're welcome to the number one community building platform in the world. This is where we build our communities through dialogue. Today is going to be interesting. Another beautiful, informative, impactful episode here on the platform. We are going to be engaging one of our own brothers in the community and another sister who is going to be on the show, growing cyber security professionals in the diaspora. We are also going to be talking about impacting the world through gospel. And brother EYITAYO TBLAQ is here. It is 4 minutes past 6 p.m. We apologize in the late start of the show. We will be taking Captain Mike's segment. Today is October 19th, 2022. We'll take Captain Mike's segment. When we come back, the show will continue. He has some beautiful, very informative updates regarding weather, sports, and health. Please stay tuned. Share the feed now if you just joined us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We shall be right back to the show after Captain Mike. Bro, I think today wasn't too bad. Yesterday was extremely cold. Well, not extremely cold, but from what we've been enjoying so far, yesterday was very cold. Today seems to be a little better. Please take it from here.
Yeah, we had a high of 50 degrees. Right now, it's about 47 degrees at Midway. Winds are out of the west at about 12 miles an hour with a few gusts up to 20 miles an hour. So a little gusty. Hold on to those hats. It's going to get down to about 40 degrees tonight. So let's take a look at what's going to happen for the rest of tonight. Get down to about 40 degrees. The winds are going to stay out of the west at just about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Maybe some gusts a little higher. Now, the rest of the week is going to be pretty nice. Tomorrow, high of about 57. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we're going to get into the 70s. And late Monday, maybe into early Tuesday morning and afternoon, might be some rain. So look out for that. And we also have a cold front moving through. As you can tell, the winds are going to change from a southerly direction into a westerly direction. So temperatures start to drop, and then Wednesday we're going to have a high. We're going to struggle to get about 45, maybe 50 degrees. So enjoy it while you can. It might be the last time we're going to be into the 70s. Can't promise that, but just in case, as you know, late October it gets kind of cool. Going into our sports tonight, the Bulls are in Miami taking on the Heat in just about 24 minutes from right now. So it is NBA basketball is back. The Ghanaian Premier League tonight, all the games are postponed. But in the English Premier Leagues, we had Southampton defeating Bournemouth 1-0. Chelsea and Brentford 0-0 tie. Liverpool defeating West Ham 1-0. Newcastle defeats Everton 1-0. And Man U 2, Tottenham 0. Getting into our fitness report. Any of your teams do any good there, Cena?
Yeah, we do. We're good. We're good.
Okay. In October, is National Depression and Mental Health Screening Month. It brings awareness to the need for depression awareness. Depression is highly treatable, but make sure you go to a professional to get help. And for more information, go to the National Institute of Mental Health. That's NIMH.nih.gov, or do a search, National Institute of Mental Health. So we've got to keep our bodies physically fit, and we also have to keep our minds mentally fit. So, and with that, Tina, we're going to go back to you.
My brother, thank you so much for them updates. Really, I appreciate them. Looking forward to cold season in Chicago. Well, nobody's looking forward to it, but we have to embrace it. I guess. I mean, Chicagoans are used to this, so we'll be all right.
Yeah. Just make sure you take advantage of the 70s these next couple days.
Absolutely. We would take it all in and wait for whatever weather Chicago want to bring us. But we're optimistic that it's not going to be one of them bitter cold winters. We are prophesying and professing that this time around we'll have a mild winter, we'll have a good one, and usher ourselves into a great year in 2023. Brother, it's always a pleasure having you, and always appreciate your contribution. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. God willing, we'll see you next week, Wednesday.
Same time, same channel.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was Captain Mike Sedgman. Now is our brother Tayo. EYITAYO is right here with us. EYITAYO also goes by TBLAQ. And so he will be telling us about this ONECHOIR global concert that is coming here. Is going to be happening here in the Chicago land. Brother Tayo. No, EYITAYO, would you TBLAQ, EYITAYO? TBLAQ, right?
Yeah, I mean, my name is EYITAYO OLAOLUWA.
Right, but I see a TBLAQ too. So okay, looks like we're having a bit of a glitch with his feed. Hopefully, we will have a great. Would have no more glitches and have a great conversation. But we lost you for a second, brother EYITAYO. But tell us about who EYITAYO is. If you live in Chicago, how long you've lived here, your family, a little bit about you, so we know who you are.
My name is EYITAYO. Like I said, everybody calls me TBLAQ. I'm a worshiper and a music director. I'm the founder and the president of ONECHOIR Global. And the ONECHOIR Global started 2019, October 2019, here in Chicago. I've been in the US and in Chicago precisely for about 9 years now. I'm married with 3 kids. That's it about me.
Brother EYITAYO, you're an introvert, I am presuming.
Well, kind of.
How does an introvert become an astounding musician and a music director? Because as a music director, you were standing in front of people, you were interacting, how is that? Can you help us understand, get a connection?
Well, I mean, my music ministry is a calling. And when you have a calling, it doesn't matter whether you're an introvert or extrovert. The calling of God, when the anointing is there, it's totally different. So when I get on that stage, I'm a totally different person, because by that time I run by the assignment and the calling of God on my life. So I can be very quiet, take it easy going, but when I get on that stage, everything changes.
That is powerful. At what time did you know that music is your calling?
If I could remember very well, I think as far as the age of 10, because when I was growing up, the only thing I want to just hear is music. I just want to get the music. So if I go to a church, I was going to a church with my parents, and the music wasn't that at all. But I'm like, you know what? I know there's something better out there. So I was just trying to get, okay, if this music is not good, how can we make it better? So since 10, I've known that there's something about me and music. So there's a connection already. Yes, sir.
And so you started developing that, and this was in Nigeria.
Yes, back in Nigeria, exactly.
Okay, and so thankfully you found your purpose and you were running with it. at that time, did you only purpose to do music, or did you have in your heart, okay, let me go to school and work on music? How was the family? How did the family support you in all of this?
Oh, well, I mean, but at some point, I knew that I had to go to school. So I went to school. I actually went to, UNILAG to study theater art for a while. And then I went to an engineering school, audio engineering school, called Kingdom Audio College, where I studied audio engineering. And then, but on the side, I was doing music. I mean, I conducted, by the grace of God, before I came to the US, I conducted Daystar Choir for about 12 years. I was in that choir. I mean, Reverend Sam Adeyemi's church, Daystar. So I was there for about 12 years conducting the choir. So music was just something I was doing on the side, but I knew it has to be a major thing one time, in my life. And that's where I'm getting to right now.
Okay. So you knew this, you pursued it in college.
Yes.
Did you at any time inform, how many siblings do you have?
I have 7.
Okay. 3.
7.
Oh, 7. Okay. We're having delay in the feedback. So, and
Okay.
so you made your parents aware that one day you're going to be a musician. Was that a clear communication to your African parents and your siblings?
My mom knew I was going to go into music at some point.
Okay.
Because she always sees it in me, and then she knows that one time or the other, definitely this guy is going to branch into music.
Right. And so when your parents knew this, was there any advice? Was there any kind of pushback? Hey, EYITAYO, you have to go to school and become an engineer. Don't let this music thing be or distract you. Was there anything like that? Or,
Oh, well, I mean, what my parents, or what my mom especially told me at that time was, dude, I know you want music, and music is part of your life, but
okay.
So the good thing about it for me was that I learned something that was related to music at some point, which was audio engineering, and which is something that's been useful for me even right now.
Well, you have been listening to EYITAYO. They also, he's also known as TBLAQ. For the purposes of this conversation, we'll just call him TBLAQ.
Yes, sir.
So the title of his episode is Lifting Up Nations Through Gospel Music. And I don't know when he set up to do this, but we're just trying to know about the man, what he's doing, how long he's been in Chicago, because a lot of us have not really understood the essence, the impact that the gospel music, has in our society. There's a lot of popularity for secular music, and we know the effect that music has on us. So Brother TBLAQ has decided that he's going to use music to be a blessing to nations, and not just music, gospel music. So he's a musician. He also plays a music director. So now you became a musician. Did you play for any of the big Nigerian churches? Did you conduct for any of them? Any work in that area?
Yes, like I mentioned, I conducted a choir in Nigeria, Reverend Sam Adeyemi, Daystar in Lagos, for 12 years before I moved to the US.
Okay. And so now you in the US, you are doing, you're doing, so at what time did you decide that I'm going to organize the first global gospel music, right, to be a blessing to nations?
Well, I mean, when I came to the US, I joined a church. I mean, a very wonderful Pentecostal church in Chicago, Schaumburg Community Church. And I've been with them for the last 9 years. So I was just, I'm media director of church. But along the line, I think 3 years ago, that was when God said, you know what, it's time for your assignment to kickstart. and the time is right, because I had to learn a lot of things. You know, it's different when you are coming from Nigeria to the US. You need to calm down first. You need to learn a lot and see the environment, observe the environment, learn before you now pick up whatever the assignments God has given you. So that was what I did. So over the years, I was just fulfilling an assignment in the church here at Schomburg Community Church as a media director and a worship leader. So, but 3 years ago, God said, you know what? It's time for you to start your assignment. And that was when the vision for One Choir Global came up.
You said you learned. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, TBLAQ.
You're welcome.
And in your learning of the American system, the culture, and the way things, what were some of the cultural shock for you? Some of the things that were vivid, some of the things that became very profound for you. If you can share some of them, I know there are a lot. As an African, I can attest to that.
Well, I mean, one of the major things I learned, I mean, over the years in the US is that, one, you need to be focused on whatever thing you're doing. You need to be you need to just pick one thing and be focused on it. And the other part is, whatever thing you desire or you try to do, you can achieve it.
Were there any cultural differences within the people that challenged your aspirations ever? Did you ever had to experience anything like that? Like the way people think about gospel, the way people think about Africans or Black people? Did you ever experience anything like that that was a potential holdback or distraction for you?
No, not really.
Not at all. Good.
No, not at all. No.
Okay. Now, so now I'm sure you already mentioned this. You said why you created One Global Choir
Global.
One Choir Global.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
How many people are there in the choir, and how do you select the members to be part of One Choir Global?
Well, I mean, right now we have about between 20 and 25 people.
Okay.
In the choir, exactly. And I mean, we invite everyone. So if you want to join, we have an interview. We talk to you. What's the reason why you want to join? And what I've discovered is that a lot of people are here in the US that maybe they were in the music industry before they came to the US. Life happens. Everybody is trying to, pursue this assignment, pursue this financial stuff. So a lot of people just forget about where they are coming from or what they love to do back when in Nigeria. So a lot of our members are people that love music, but they didn't have a chance to either do that again, because most of them are not even in the choir. But they found themselves in one choir, and because it's not a church, it's just an organization, and we come together to bless God, and then serve the humanity with our music and an art. So when you come, we do an interview for you, and then if we're okay with your character, because which is the first thing, if we're okay with your character, then we go from there.
So how do you select people to meet them to determine their character in the first place? Do you go on Facebook and say, hey, we are looking for choir members? Do you go to other churches to do that? How do you pick the members yourself?
Oh, well, I mean, most of the time is actually referrals. So we tell people, if you know anyone that wants to be part of the choir, just tell them to come. I mean, I think it was the first year that we started, we put it out there that we need choir members, we need members to join us. So we put it out there that people should come, submit their bios or a 1-minute video why they want to join the choir. So we went through that at the beginning. But from then on, we just tell people, tell your friends if they want to be part of the choir, let them come around. We talk to them, we interview them. If you're okay with it, we go ahead with it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes,
yeah, sounds very good. And no, first of all, thank you for doing this. Now, you see, there's a question also that I wanted to pose.
Sure.
There's a lot of I'll say, cynics or individuals that say Christianity is one of the reasons for our problems, especially Africans and Black people, and why the relevance, why dwell on it, it's not that important. The most fashionable thing now is do your own thing, and all of that. But you are not only being a Christian, you are living your life through ONECHOIR Global and trying to portray this message, very loud, when this message of this Christianity message.
Sure.
And also this conversation that is going on about what I just said. If you've heard that conversation before, you can attest to it, and then you can respond to. But if you haven't heard it, this is what has been going on there. How do you reconcile the two? How significant is the gospel, Christ Jesus, Christianity, the message to our day, the things that we're going through now, this modern times, and our future?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question again? I lost at some point.
Okay, so per the argument that it's against Christianity,
okay.
you are not just a Christian, but
yes.
your work is countering the argument that is against Christianity, that Black people and African dwell on Christianity too much, and sometimes the argument is that it's not even necessary, right? But you are not just a Christian, you are very loud with your Christianity, and also campaigning. It's more like you have a campaign movement going on through this global gospel thing you were doing. So what would you say to people who are thinking and saying these things about Christianity and the gospel in general?
Well, I mean, to start with, I would say that to me, the gospel of Jesus Christ has to be a relationship thing. It's not about religion, it's about relationship. So if you have a relationship with Christ Jesus, you won't term the gospel with Black people is somehow. No, it's a relationship, and to me, it's a way of life.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means if you don't believe in it, then whatever you were doing and the gospel wouldn't make sense to whoever doesn't believe in it, right?
Exactly.
Now, per your understanding of Christianity and what it has done to your life,
sure.
Do you think that, of course, what your work shows that it's significant, the gospel, but what would you say is needed in our world today, and how can Christianity play a role in it, in making our society a better place?
Well, I mean, when you look at the teaching of Christ alone, it tells you about how you should even live your life. Because, I mean, the Bible says that the first rule and the only rule that he has given us is love your neighbor as yourself.
Okay.
If I don't love my neighbor as myself, then why am I living? So there's a lot of relationship between the gospel and the way we live our life, even in the society. If I love my neighbor, I won't kill. If I love my neighbor, I won't have or steal from my neighbor. So the gospel of Jesus Christ is actually, to me, is the way of life, because anything outside it, I don't know.
All right. So thanks for sharing again, my brother. And we have a few minutes for to wrap this program. This segment, we have to remember of viewers and folks who have joined us. I'm going to give, we're going to recognize them in a little bit. But this segment is in two folds. Lifting up nations through gospel led by TBLAQ. That's his nickname. His real name is EYITAYO. Can you complete the last name for me?
OLAOLUWA.
OLAOLUWA. EYITAYO OLAOLUWA.
Yes.
He is the founder of ONECHOIR Global. Yes, sorry. ONECHOIR Global. ONECHOIR Global. It's a gospel group that does concerts to promote the gospel. They are a group of musicians that come together and they do concerts. This is going to be their first time. So, EYITAYO, can you tell us where this concert is going to happen and how people can get tickets and all of that?
The title of our concerts coming up this Saturday, October 22nd, is titled Exousia. Exousia means authority, power. So the mandate God has given us is to arise and walk in the land because he has given us the land. So we have dominion to walk in the land. So come Saturday, October 22nd, which is the next 3 days, we're going to be having Exousia concerts in the city of Chicago. The address is Park Community Church. Address is 1001 North Crosby Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60610 at 5 p.m. We've invited, a lot of, worship, members, worship leaders across the land to come and be a blessing to us. And I invite everyone to be part of it. October 22nd, 5 p.m., Park Community Church, near North.
Okay. Now, we have a caller on the line. I want to remind our audience that the Progressive Mind Show is a 501c radio platform. We have been on the internet, on Facebook and YouTube for a long time, and we need your support. We have a studio line, as you can see at the right corner of the screen, but it's not effective. It's not running anymore because we have not been able to pay our bill. So it's been disconnected. Now, people are trying to call, but they're calling me on my cell phone. Okay. We will do that in the meantime, but we are asking the general public. Again, this is a community building platform. And we try every week to bring you this very important conversation. And so your contribution would go a long way. If you go on the internet, just type the Progressive Minds Show. We have a donate button there, and generously give to us so we can at least pay some of this bill, our internet, our phones, and even the platform we use to bring you this conversation. We pay for everything, right? And so we are encouraging you that as much as you support and love us, we want you to show that love on our website, theprogressivemindshow.com. Just type Progressive Minds, it's everywhere. Type the Progressive Minds, go on our website and make a donation to us. If you want to bless us, our Cash App information is going to be scrolling down the screen in a little bit. It is the $ Sena Alinko, $ Sena Alinko, and you should be able to make a Cash App contribution right here. It's scrolling down the screen now. You can see it. You can make a contribution to us. If you want to Zelle it, you want to Zelle your token. Actually, don't make it token. Don't make it a token. Make it a huge contribution. You see, it's 501c. I mean, you can file your taxes with it. info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. Progressive Minds, plural, so there's S. info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. If you're on your phone now, you can just go to Zelle us something so we can keep this show running and keep bringing you these very important conversations. Remember, I told you that this is a twofold episode. We will have a wonderful lady, DIONNE LUNDEN, who is growing the number of the growing young professionals, growing cybersecurity professionals in minority communities, in the African diaspora. You'll be amazed at the work that she's doing. She's going to be on right after TBLAQ. So stay tuned and keep sharing this feed so we can together build our communities through this type of conversation we're having here. So, Brother Tayo, this event is it free? Do people have to pay? TBLAQ, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So So we have a call on the line. Let's take this caller, and then we can get back to TBLAQ. Brother, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask the guy sitting down by you. I said
his name is TBLAQ.
TBLAQ. He said something. I want to ask him when I think, and he was saying something about the Bible. And what I'm trying to ask him is that those things that he was saying about, I think when you are born, your mom and your dad always to show you those things, how forgive other people. They show you that don't take something that don't belong to you, don't take it. Why we have to go through the Bible to learn those stuff? Why?
Okay, so TBLAQ, do you understand his question, right?
Yeah, I do.
You want to respond to it? I know you're not a preacher or anything, but as long as you lead a choir, you're almost a preacher.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's like when you're trying to teach a child, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. I mean, at some point in life, the child might deviate from those teaching. But when you have the foundation of Christ built with those things your parents has taught you, you go far ahead in life. Because by that time, you are not only learning it from your parents, now you are learning it by yourself from the Bible.
TBLAQ, why is it important for you or anybody to put up a gospel concert?
Because it's my assignment, it's my calling.
Okay.
I'm not just doing a concert as a show. It's not a show for me.
Okay.
It's a calling and it's an.
So your calling is to do a gospel concert. Unfortunately, we are having a delay in his feedback. For the rest of for my next guest, can you please turn on your audio? We want to see you. Awesome. TBLAQ, did you hear my last question? I have a follow-up question for you. You said it's your assignment. Is your assignment to just set up gospel shows and just do gospel concert?
My assignment is to bring people together in a mass choir to be able to preach the gospel through music.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And when you preach the gospel through music, what are you trying to achieve with that?
We're trying to raise souls for Christ.
Okay.
Exactly.
Straightforward answer.
Yes, sir.
And great response. Why is there a need to raise souls for Christ?
Because one of the reasons why we are created is to be Christ's ambassador on this land and to win souls for Christ.
You said one of the reasons why humans were created is to be Christ's ambassador and to win souls for Christ.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for a great response. Again, can you give us further details on the concert? What people should expect? I know you said it already, but if you want to reach right before you do that, we have few feedback here for folks who have joined us. Rebecca Moda says, it's the anointing that makes the difference. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for joining us. Bam D says, Bam D is here. She's saying a hi to you. He or she is saying hi to you.
Thanks, Bam D.
We lost the caller a second ago. So caller, we apologize. If you want to call us back, please do. Of course, I was using my cell phone and I had to, so that's why we need you to, guys, please support us. Okay. So we can just call the studio line as we used to. We need your support. But caller, if you want to do so, for those of you who know my personal number, you can do that. If not, you can pass your comments on the feed and we'll be able to read them. This is Lisa Jackson's Lifting Up Nations Through Gospel Music. Thank you, Lisa, for chiming in. Rebecca again says, may God richly bless you. This is from Mausi Empress. She says, Wagwan Mideya, the sister Mideya. And then this one is from Aji Ojo. Go TBLAQ Omotayo Ace Nice One. Thank you. And this is from Marian Miller Stewart. Very good, brother.
Thank you.
Mariam, thanks for your support. We appreciate it. It's a free event from IG. It's a free event.
The concert is free. Everyone should come, please.
Awesome. Raise souls and spread the good news. And that is somebody responding to the question earlier. And then to win souls for Christ, and it is a command from God. All right. So that would be it for Brother EYITAYO on this segment, lifting up nations through a gospel. My brother, your closing remarks, and again, the address and what people should expect at this coming gospel event that you have coming up?
This Saturday, October 22nd, 5 p.m. at Park Community Church, 1001 North Crosby Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60610. The concert is free. Please invite your friends. We're going to be having gospel artists from all over. Femi Ogebule, Toby Keys and EMP, Capria McLean, and then One Choir Global will be there to bring good music on that night.
Good music that will lift your souls, good music that will bring healing to your soul. At least that is what we are expecting if we go to One Choir Global. Brother EYITAYO, TBLAQ, God bless your heart for what you're doing. We are grateful. We appreciate the fact that you identify your calling and you have been confident and sacrificed and living that calling. And we thank you for coming on the show. The Progressive Minds has been blessed for having you. We look forward to hosting you on further community projects and other things. God bless you.
I hope to see you there on Saturday too.
So I'll come with my handkerchief.
Please come on, man. Let's do it.
But before you go, this is DIONNE LUNDEN. She is the founder of ATTECH Academy. ATTECH Academy is a cybersecurity platform university. Let me put it, cybersecurity university, and she has raised hundreds, if not thousands, of students that are doing extremely well in the cyberspace. You want to say hi to her? You may connect later. Brother Tayo, this is DIONNE and her team. DIONNE, this is Brother Tayo. Brother TBLAQ, EYITAYO.
Hello, hi TBLAQ.
So TBLAQ, now you know if you want to switch your career or your calling from music director to cybersecurity.
Come on, Alinko.
It shall not be done. We reverse that statement. We refuse it. No.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome. But just anybody that you know who is struggling with job security or looking for something, you have the right place to come to. Stay tuned. Actually, I need you have to follow this show and watch it and share it as well, because it's going to be a blessing to you and people around you. We need to do this. So thank you once again, my brother. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep. And so we will come back to our next guest. I know we add into their time a little bit, but stay tuned. We shall be right back after this short break. Welcome to the Progressive Mind Show once again. My name is Alinko. This segment is for the Queen and her team. All right. So, well, she hasn't told me she's a queen, but she, she's a queen. DIONNE LUNDEN is here. She's the founder and CEO of ATTECH Academy, among other things. I'll let her introduce herself a little bit. This segment is to let you know that in the diaspora, in the African community, we want to promote things that have not been identified with us, especially when it comes to the professional space. A lot of times, most Africans or people think that, oh, Africans just come here and we do, maybe we go to we do nursing. That is the most notable, right? And then we probably do other things, but mostly nursing. And we are not known for the data analytics space or cybersecurity space. When it comes to the now and the future, AI, artificial intelligence, data analytics, science, is cybersecurity is where it's at. But we as Africans or the diaspora community have not been identified with this. We look at Asians and the Indians and we say, oh, that's for them, that's for them. Yeah, they do that. No, it's not for them alone. This is for everybody. And I think that we haven't explored this space enough. We have done some work, but we need to do more. And that's why we are here. That's why we're going to be talking to DIONNE. DIONNE, please tell us a little bit about who you are. And then we will go to our other guests. Harriet and Isaac are here. DIONNE LUNDEN, please.
Yes. Thank you very much, Alinko, for giving us your space to, talk about us, African Americans, and also the diaspora. So my name is DIONNE LUNDEN, and I'm actually a Ghanaian by birth, but then live right here in the United States. Just like the rest of us, we call us them immigrants, right? And the passion for IT and cybersecurity has really grown so much. And so we are actually on this call to really, really talk about cybersecurity, IT, within our community. And I am the founder and also the instructor for ATTECH Academy, which is a cybersecurity IT program that teaches people like us and give people like us the opportunity and also the platform for us to really, really get into this space that is still scarce out here, right? And there's so many people there, they've heard about IT so much, but they really don't know how to get into that space. And so this is where someone like me, I come in to fill in the gap. So this is why we are here. And it's not just me, I also have Isaac, my colleague, and also I have Harriet, who is also one of my past students, for us to share our journey and also create an awareness within the diaspora community. Yeah, so there we go. I think you're on mute.
I'm on mute. Thank you for alerting me. DIONNE is not only a CEO, she's also a production assistant to the Progressive Minds. Okay, so you have to know that. She's helping the production. DIONNE, thank you. DIONNE, you're also the CEO of MILDEN Systems, right?
That's right. Yes.
What is MILDEN Systems?
So MILDEN Systems, so after my journey within the IT cybersecurity space and creating the ATTECH Academy, which is the training academy, we decided that it's best that we also create our own IT consulting firm, right? And the whole IT consulting firm is for us to also be able to do what is being done out there, because we don't have a lot of us that are actually in this space. Most of the time, we are actually in the profession, but not actually creating the business out of the profession that we've done so much, and we've done so much into this profession. So MILDEN System is an IT consulting firm where we consult with other businesses and help them mature their cybersecurity.
Wow.
And with that, that also creates more jobs for us out there. So that is the purpose of MILDEN Systems.
Awesome. Yeah. So do you work with small firms, mid-sized firms, or large corporations?
So for now, we're starting with small and mid-sized companies.
Awesome.
For now, as the company is growing, we would definitely branch into, getting into the government spaces and also work with more of like the large enterprises.
Awesome. Yeah. How long has MILDEN Systems been in existence?
Yeah, so MILDEN System have been operating for 2 years.
How about ATTECH Academy?
ATTECH Academy has been operating for 4 years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you have been in the space as a person for how many years?
So I have been in the space as a person for 7 years.
Okay, beautiful. Let's hear from Sister Harriet. As Ghanaians, every lady that is around us is a sister. So I'm bringing that here. Harriet, you're welcome to the Progressive Mind Show.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here, and good evening to everyone. I joined.
First of all, who is Harriet?
Okay. My name is Harriet Champon. I just got into the cybersecurity space. I live in the US. What should I say? I live in Florida, if I should say. I live in Florida. I just joined the cybersecurity space. It's been a great journey.
6 months ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago?
I would say maybe 5 or 6 months.
Okay, great. Prior to that, are you a college degree holder, MBA student?
I have a master's degree.
Okay, you have a master's degree in cybersecurity?
No, in economics before entering cybersecurity.
Awesome. So you had both your bachelor's and master's in the United States.
Right. Well, I did my undergrad here in America, and then I did my master's in England.
Okay. So your parents are from Ghana?
Yes, born and bred.
Okay, born and bred. So you were born in Ghana or born in the United States?
In Ghana.
You're born in, okay. So you went to high school in Ghana?
Yes, I did.
Let me guess, Accra girls or Kumasi girls?
I went to Lincoln Community School.
The private one. Okay, I understand. Where rich kids go to. Okay, I get it. And so you came here and then furthered your education. That's very beautiful.
Correct.
And during your master's degree, you said you made your concentration was in economics.
Yep.
Did you work in that space before joining the IT space? I mean, the cybersecurity space.
I did not work specifically in economics. I somehow ended up in project management. But I did have project management experience in the IT space or in that industry. So I had a little bit of background knowledge on that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have siblings?
I do. There's 10 siblings. We're 10.
All of them in the United States or across the continent?
I would say across the continent.
Oh, across the ocean.
Majority of us are here.
Right. We have some outside, across the Atlantic Ocean, and some are here. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And are you the 7th, 6th, 5th?
I'm the 6th born.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you are Akan. You speak Twi.
I'm a country.
Nice one. So now I'm guessing your favorite food is fufu, and you don't like sports, but you watch some TV programs, and you have a favorite TV program.
I do, yes.
Okay. You see how I was, I'm not just a radio host, I'm a prophet too. Okay.
Go ahead and grill me.
So if I got it right, then okay, great. We thank God. So thanks for being on the show. We know who Harriet Champon is now. I think we have an idea. We don't know her at all. Don't think we don't know her. She has a lot, she's a whole situation. But Isaac, you are welcome to the show. Isaac, do you have a similar story as Harriet?
Yeah, thanks for hosting me.
You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, my name is Isaac Ankuma, and I'm also originally from Ghana. And I've also been in the cybersecurity space for a little over 7 years.
Okay.
Actually, myself and DIONNE have been colleagues at work, and we also do a little consulting and all that. So, yeah, that is all about me.
Awesome. And Isaac, you have family here, or most of them are in Ghana?
Yeah, I have both here in Ghana and across the world.
Across the oceans.
Yeah. And I'm also the 11th born. I'm the last out of 11. So,
Wow. So you're the last baby.
Yeah.
Hey, the way you were sitting, I can tell you know, last babies, they are very spoiled. No,
Yeah, you can tell.
I'm joking. You are not that kind. You're a professional. No, but thank you for sharing. So you also like fufu.
Unfortunately, I don't eat fufu. My favorite is tozafi.
Tozafi and jollof rice.
Somehow, but I was born in a Zongo.
Okay.
So
Zongo, which one is it? Nima, Mamobi, 441?
Alaba.
Oh, okay. In Kumasi.
Yep.
Okay. Those of us who grew up in Accra, we also have our Zongos. They are special.
Yes.
Okay. So Kumasi Zongo and Accra Zongo, the competition is here now. I'm from Accra Zongo. You are from Kumasi Zongo. I think Accra Zongo wins the competition. No contest. Okay.
Well,
that is incredible, huh?
Nice.
We have a beach we don't have.
Oh, great. So you see that thing we have here in Atlantic Ocean. We have it. So you went to college in Accra, right? I mean,
I did Opokuwari School in Kumasi. Right. Then I proceeded to University of Cape Coast.
Nice.
And I did Bachelor's of Education, Psychology.
Okay.
And I majored in Business Management and minored in Economics.
That's powerful.
So I was actually trained to become a teacher. And I taught for only 3 months and then left that
to this place. Wow. And then you decided to be in cybersecurity. How long have you been in it?
That is about 8 years now. Yeah. And I have been someone who has been, I started being into computing from 1996 when computer was very scarce in Ghana.
Yeah.
So I was kind of the guy who started a lot of things in my area and had internet access way back in 1997 and all that. So I have been trying to fish out a lot of things, and it landed me into cybersecurity because I kind of had interest in working with computers. And as of now, for about 20 years, I am addicted to sitting by the computer. So, and gracefully, I don't have eye problems, but I have been sitting by the computer it's about 27 years now. Yeah. So that has been my hobby.
Wow.
Onto the monitor.
Wow. See, what you just said is powerful because 1996, 1997, the year those years were times when internet had just started coming to Africa, right? And a lot of us, all we knew was yahoo.com. That's it. And so most African kids, I went to Central University College in 2002, thereabout. We had a computer lab, so we use it. But prior to that, I went to high school, Maoli, Aquinas, and then Central University, and worked with West African Gas Pipeline before coming here. And I had limited access to computers. So 1996, thereabout, if you were exposed to computers, then you're one of the few. And this conversation actually makes it, and your story makes this conversation even more powerful. And so thanks for sharing that. So let's go to DIONNE now.
Yeah.
When you came to the United States, okay, what programs what was the advice? The reason why I said this is that a lot of times when we come, we are advised to go into nursing first thing.
Yeah.
Was that the same scenario for you, and how were you able to change that to get into the space that you're in now?
So first, I know you did ask Harriet and Isaac how many siblings they have.
Yes.
There's actually 5 of us, and the third born, but the first female child. I mean, the oldest female child, but I'm the third born, right?
Okay.
All of us came to United States at the same time, and I remember when my dad actually picked us up from the airport. It was actually in December, so it was really cold, right?
Yeah.
And then we came home and he said, "What do you guys want to eat?" And we were like, "Well, I don't have any food, but I can get you guys Milo and milk and tea, right?" So after we were done drinking the tea, and then he was like, "Here in the United States, you have 2 options. Either you have a talent to make money, or you use your head. That was the only two options my dad gave us that particular night. So for me, I remember when I was done with high school, my dad said, no, go into nursing. Okay. My dad actually wanted me to be a nurse. My dad wanted my sister to be a nurse. My dad wanted my younger brother to be a doctor. All of us, he just wanted everybody to get into the medical field. So with me, actually, when I went to college, the first thing I had in mind was I wanted to be an RN. And the program there was really tough. So then I shifted from RN into respiratory therapy. Now, respiratory therapy is also part, it's also part of the medical field, right? So to me, I was like, even like, if I can be an RN, let me still stay within the medical field, right? And just make the old man happy. So just like most of the African, people that actually come over here, with parents telling them that get into the medical field. Yes, we were part of it also. Like, this is what my dad wanted us to do. Get into the medical field. Either you become a doctor, you become a nurse, or you become a pharmacist. Three options for us. Unfortunately, none of us end up getting into the medical field. My sister ended up becoming a lawyer. My younger brother ended up becoming a business admin with an accountant. And I, went into an IT. And then all of them actually diverted from lawyer to business administration into IT. So yeah, that is how my story was also. I just didn't do the whole medical field thing. It wasn't me.
See, yes, and so thanks for sharing, because we know that is very prevalent in our communities. We are always directed to do these things that our parents would and uncles would want us to do. So thanks so much for sharing.
I think I'm sorry to cut you. I think right now where the world is shifting to, and where we are going right now, parents should give the kids the ability for them to think for themselves.
Right.
Not everybody born on this planet is going to be a doctor. Not everybody is born to be a nurse. People who are actually born to be lawyers, people who are actually born, and as a matter of fact, not even everybody is born on this planet to even be like earn a six-figure income. Some people are actually born to just sit in the office.
Right. Okay.
When you force people like this to become doctors, you're really not helping them at all.
Right. Right.
No,
so that's very true. So you obviously didn't have the background like Isaac.
No.
So good. How did you transition into cybersecurity?
Right. Yes. So how do I even start here?
And you can please summarize it.
Yeah, I'll summarize it.
So that Isaac and Harry can talk, because I know Harry and Isaac are ready. They're ready to give out their full
Yes. I'll summarize it. I'll actually make it short. So to me, I was actually fired, from a job that I was actually an admin, at a school, and I was fired on Sunday morning. Who gets fired in the United States Sunday morning?
Because you were doing overtime.
So me, I always felt like, here in America, like everybody's so professional, right?
Right.
They actually give you a resignation, like like a termination letter that you are terminated or something.
Right.
Me, like, no, I didn't get that kind of privilege. Okay.
Were you working overtime though? Were you working overtime?
I wasn't working overtime.
Okay.
I don't even know. Up to now, right? I'm still trying to figure out what I did that they fired me. Wow. So long story short, I was fired. It was Sunday morning. And I remember I told my mom that I don't even want to work in this space anymore.
Right.
Because around that time, a friend of mine told me that you're actually very smart. Why don't you get into the IT space, right? So then that is how I branched off and then, took myself into an IT school.
Right. Okay.
To get more knowledge about IT, because I don't have unlike Isaac, I have no knowledge about IT.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I didn't even know my left from my right. Like, what am I doing with this IT thing, right? But a friend told me that you're smart, get into this space. And to me, I actually got into the IT space with an open mind that this is something new outside my field.
Okay.
And therefore, I'm willing to learn. that is what did for me.
Mm.
And so when I entered into the school, and then we started doing the whole, technical stuff, I was like, actually, this is actually more interesting than I thought, right? So let me give myself more chance to learn and learn and learn, and it worked out like that for me. Yeah, that is how I branch off into IT. Yeah.
Right, and so you went to you took you took a professional education in IT.
IT, yes.
You became an expert in just IT general, or your field was cybersecurity?
My field was specifically cybersecurity.
Okay.
Just cybersecurity. Yeah.
Right. And then, so when you became a cybersecurity expert or professional, you started working, right? You got a job in it, and then you worked for how many years?
So my first job was with actually a government. It was a government contract. That was my first job.
And you did it for some time?
I did it for like 6 months.
Okay. And then at what time did you decide that I'm going to start the school? Because the school came before the firm.
Yes, the school came before the firm.
Right.
So after I got into the cybersecurity journey, 4 years later, I decided to get the school.
Okay.
Then the school. Yes.
Right. What would make, because I know a couple of guys, in the diaspora and outside the community who are in this space. Not, I would say 90% don't start schools. I know people who have been in it forever, and they make a lot of money. Some have several jobs, so, it's a very lucrative space to be in. What made you decide to set up a school, and now look at your story?
Yeah. So with me, it all started with my church, right? I was there, and one of our church, associate pastors said, you know what, you're doing very well in this space. And then we have so many of the youth out here who really need to be doing what you're doing. Okay. They need that awareness. They need somebody to take them from point A to point B. So why don't you do the church a favor, right? Take everybody, the youth, and train them. So with me, it all started as like a side hustle thing, right? And then when I taught like the whole entire church, I actually kind of loved it. Okay. I realized that it was actually a calling. Not everybody's meant to teach, because not everybody can teach you for you to understand. That's the key here. And in IT, if you pay money for someone to train you, you need somebody that can really break things down to your level, not just reading English, because everybody can read English. And cybersecurity, especially in our field, it goes way beyond the standing of you just reading it, because what you read it is not how you're supposed to understand it. Right. So it's two separate things. So when I thought that, and like the comment and the review that was coming was really great, it was then I decided, let me change this whole thing and make it more official. So then we have to register it with the state, and then, with the IRS and a whole lot, and then pretty much established it.
Now you have a school and you're doing it online.
Yes.
Right. Harriet, you've lived in Ghana, UK, and in America, of course. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems as though Black people, Africans, and just Black people in general, if I say African diaspora, I hope you understand what it is. It's a community of Africans, Caribbeans, African Americans, South Americans, Latinx. Okay, but specifically Africans, Caribbeans, and African Americans, it doesn't seem like this is a space that we are noted for. And you have been in this space. Do you think that? I mean, am I right by saying this? And is that the reason why you joined the school? If not, why did you join the school?
So my reason for joining DIONNE's class was fairly simple.
But before that, this assertion that I just made, is this something that
is it true that the African American / the diaspora is not into this space?
Yeah. Or it's not at least noted or known to be in the space.
To a certain degree, I'll say that there aren't a majority. We're just now kind of like slowly getting into this space, at least from my experience, for the within the short space that I've been in so far. And as I've gone more deeper and deeper into the network of communities, I've realized that there are a lot of us actually in this space. So I would say that to a larger degree, if you're not in this space, you wouldn't know that there are quite a bit of people, but from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem like that. I hope that kind of helped answer that question.
Yes, absolutely. You answered it in a very smart way, and so I get it.
You get it?
I like
then,
that.
What was your second question again?
Yeah. So, at what point in time did you decide to
transition? Okay.
Yeah.
So my experience was very, I would say it's like a two or three step process. I had heard about cybersecurity through a very good friend of mine, my childhood friend. He's in Atlanta. By the name of Roger. He's actually a pastor. And he had mentioned this to me, this cybersecurity space to me. And I wasn't too keen about it when I first took a training class through I think him trying to walk me through a couple of, the frameworks and stuff. I just couldn't get it. And then I took another class through someone else. I was still not getting it. Or taking it seriously, and then I met DIONNE, and lo and behold, I met the best instructor that I actually met, and like she said, she really is a beacon to this to this teaching stuff, this cybersecurity space. She can really break down the different things that you need to know regarding the different frameworks. Teaches a bunch of the different frameworks that actually helps your understanding. And like I said, I've only been in this space for about 5 to 6 months. And when I say that joining this class has been like the best gift ever this year, it's not even like, I'm not even gasping.
Understatement.
It's an understatement. It's not. Yeah. My salary literally quadrupled just from taking her class and immersing myself and putting in the hard work. I think at the end of the day, yes, DIONNE is going to teach you, and she'll break it down as simple as you need to, but you need to take what she's directing you, the instructions, and put and work at it, right? Put in the hard work in order for you to achieve what it is that you need from this.
Before, let me again play my prophetical role here. Before you joined DIONNE or got into the institution,
right?
You probably had maybe a Corolla or Nissan, Honda. But as soon as your salary quadrupled, now you're driving.
Funny enough, I'm a very simple person. I haven't upgraded yet.
All right.
Soon.
This prophecy, there ain't no land well, so I take it.
Let me give you a hint. That prophecy will not work on Isaac either.
Okay. Before we go to Isaac, we have a call on the line. Let's take it. Again, we haven't. I'm sure people are trying to get into this line, but they have. I don't know how this one got my cell phone, but she's here. Caller, please go ahead, and if you want to ask a question or your comments, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, please tell us your name and why you're calling.
Hi, my name is Melissa Irinci, and I'm calling in to just say thank you to DIONNE and the whole ATTECH Academy. Because just like Harriet, I went through a few courses, but once I joined DIONNE's course, I really feel like I'm in the right place. She really makes sure that she breaks things down in simplest terms, and it's really a no student left behind concept. It's like she's so natural the way she teaches. You're allowed to ask as many questions as you need until you understand, and it's like someone spoon-feeding you the recipe to success. And as an African in a field that's not necessarily, you don't really get many people that look like you, and to have somebody with so much confidence, just willing to make sure that she gives you everything that you need to succeed, it means a lot. And I know that I can succeed once I'm done with this course.
Prior to you, thank you so much for sharing. Prior to you joining the course, what program or what profession were you in?
Well, I actually just got out of college, and I was looking to change career paths because like DIONNE, I was trying to do something that my parents were trying to get me to do rather than what I actually wanted to do. And so I looked into technology and I was like, this is something that I'm very passionate about, but I need the right guidance. I need somebody to lead me in the right direction, you know, rather than just tell me the textbook stuff, actually give me real life experience and guidance. And she does that in between her class. Like, she gives us the knowledge, she gives us real life experience, things that she's learned. She tells us why you do it this way and not this way, so you don't make mistakes, but also so you can excel. You know,
that's beautiful. And how long have you been working now since you graduated from the school?
Well, I'm actually a student currently right now.
Awesome.
But I've been through a few other courses, and I see a big difference.
Okay, great. So how long is your program?
Our course is 3 months.
And then 3 months you are ready to go into the job market.
Well, I can confidently say that if I were to begin interviewing right now, I would get the job.
Wow.
Because, yeah, she makes it very interesting. In my own time, I actually go ahead so that during the next class, I can participate and, you know, be involved, because she makes it so fun and interactive where while you're in class, you know, she puts you on the spot so that you can gain the leadership skills to be in the real workforce. So you're not just sitting behind the scenes and being shy and conservative yourself.
Wow. So you are also expecting, you were getting ready to quadruple and get into the 6-figure family, right?
Look, we're getting generational wealth here.
Power to the people. Please, what's your name again?
My name is MildeN.
Okay, the first one I didn't hear correctly, but so you're driving a Honda right now?
You know, I'm actually pretty blessed, but because of my parents, so you know.
Okay, so your parents.
Time to hear from me, it'll be on my own doing.
Okay, so we're expecting that after all of this, by the end of next year, probably, you know, you'll be Maserati at least, you know, hey, right?
Absolutely.
She said, absolutely. Yeah, this one, I like this one.
She's leading us to the water, and all I have to do is drink.
There you go. I like the people who want to get the Maseratis. Hey, Harriet says she likes cool. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you again, DIONNE, and the Progressive Mind Show.
I really appreciate you calling and sharing your story. This is what we have to do this more. So please share the feed on Facebook and and on YouTube. We're live on Twitter as well. Follow this. This is what we do, Progressive Minds. And while you're at it, you can also make a donation. So when you call next time, it will be my cell phone, it will be the studio phone, Abby. Thank you once again. Really, really appreciate your call. Okay. You're welcome. Have a wonderful evening. So that was one of the students of ATTECH, and I know a lot that. Okay, so let's Isaac. Let's hear from Isaac. There are a lot of comments, but let's hear from Isaac. And at what time did you join? Same question for you. Okay, looks like we have another caller. The reason why we take the calls is because of the time. So we'll take the call. You are here with us, so we can come to you. Is that fair, Isaac?
Sure.
Okay. I'm assuming this one. Okay, we missed this one. And let's see if we can get this caller. But Isaac, you can go ahead and respond to the question.
So that was a couple of years back that I got into it. And mine was, I wanted to be in that field, right? But not cybersecurity. And when people hear about IT, they were thinking, we are not thinking about cybersecurity previously. We were thinking about hardware, the software, and programming and all that. And I started with web development, right? So I was doing my 2x4 web development, and then I was into administration. So I got a wind of IT audit, not cybersecurity, right? But we call it information security, cybersecurity, IT audit. They are the same, right? So when I heard about IT audit, the concept and everything, and I was kind of interested because it kind of fit into my background. And then I got into it, and I tried striving to get the best out of it. And the question you asked Harriet a while ago, as a matter of fact, if you, especially in the federal environment, you see that wherever you go, you see over 40% of Africans in this space. You wouldn't believe it, but there are, and most of them are Ghanaians. Dion will attest to that. We were on a project, and 90% were Africans.
Are you talking about a project in the East Coast?
It was a cybersecurity project. And
it was a cybersecurity that you got from the government.
Yeah, it was a consulting firm, one of the big consulting firms, and they were loaning us to. We were working for one of the states, right?
Okay.
And California, state of California,
uh-huh.
And over 90% of us were Africans, and about 60% of us were Ghanaians. So, for all you know, you might think it is some we are not dominant.
Okay.
But when it gets into the information security field, after Indians, right? I think Africans are we are even more than the whites.
Yeah.
So the Africans, Ghanaians, Nigerians, and Cameroonians.
Okay.
Yes, we are dominating the field.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. This is the alligator coming from the water telling us what's in there. So we have to believe what you're saying. So thank you.
And one beautiful thing is because there are a lot of us in there, whoever wants to get in at this moment, it's easier for you to get someone to mentor you, right? So if you get into ATTECH Academy, DIONNE herself is there to mentor you. She has a couple of students, colleagues, and other people. She has a group of people who can mentor you. So after getting out of her school, it's easier to get on the getting a job.
To get a job. Okay. Yeah. So let's take this caller since they've been holding on for some time, and then we'll come back to Isaac for more comments. Caller, please tell us your name and why you're calling.
My name is Kofi. I'm a student at DIONNE. I just wanted to tell DIONNE, explain my story and how I got into it.
Awesome. Can you turn down the device that you're watching us from down a little bit?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. My name is Kofi. I'm a student. I was a former student of DIONNE.
Why are all these Africans sounding Americans? Until you mention your name, I'm thinking all the. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, don't mind me.
Americans.
I'm joking. Just don't go ahead. I like to. No, I'm just like that. Don't mind me at all. But thank you for. Go ahead, please.
So before I even get into saying that DIONNE changed my life, I was a blue collar job worker for majority of my career. I used to be a personal trainer, and living in Maryland, my name got out there as being a personal trainer, and then someone brought up to me that I should consider cybersecurity because of how lucrative it is, and I also wanted to financially support my personal training business. And I was introduced to DIONNE, and I remember I called her, and she got me set up for the class, and at first it was a lot of information being thrown at me, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can see myself even doing this, because this is like a whole new, this is a whole new
situation,
career change.
Right.
And I was introduced to DIONNE, and I remember I called her. I still felt like I needed to immerse myself in the information, because the way I learn things, I got to see things visually, and it just took some time. And I think that with her help and with my effort as well, it was a real life change, because within 7 months, I was able to land my first job in cybersecurity ever. And I shed a couple of tears, and the first thing I did was reach out to her. So I just wanted to give her a shout out, because she changed my life. I couldn't imagine myself being in this position. And I recommend anybody that's even considering cybersecurity to definitely give her a shot, because what she's doing is legendary. She's a legend. And I don't know if anybody saw the comment I put on Facebook where I said DIONNE for president, because he's changing lives. So,
thank you, Brother Kofi. Thank you so much for sharing. Do you mind sharing your age?
I'm 25.
Okay,
25.
All right, 25. Okay, and you're already in the cybersecurity sector, and you're making a lot of money.
Yes, I want to say that. I'm trying to get on the Forbes list.
Okay.
And I feel if I get 8 jobs, I could do that.
Okay. typically within the African community, once if you're a young man at that age, you have a great job, the next thing is to get a wife. Are your parents already pushing you? Kofi, what's our warrior? Are they already doing that?
Oh, man, they want me to have kids too. They're pushing kids. They want to have like 4 or 5 kids. They think I got the income for it. I'm like, man, but they're definitely pushing the wife.
I am not lying.
I'm gonna download Tinder to see if I can find. I don't know.
No, don't get it from Tinder. Go to Pentecost. All right, Kofi. I think that your story is powerful. And I hope that a lot of young folks like you are watching and listening. It's not late for you to switch if you're confused or just wondering, hey, how can I triple my my earnings, my income? We know about multiple streams of income. People are online doing Amazon this and doing all kinds of stocks. Yes, you can do all of that. But one thing you're guaranteed that will shoot your career in an instant. And you're hearing the live stories. You're hearing the testimonies, right? So if you're wondering what next step to take, here is a good place for you to transition, and we'll get the information. We'll share the information in a little bit. So, Kofi, thank you so much for calling. We have another call coming through. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So, another caller, can you please tell us your name? Hello, caller. You are live on the Progressive Mind Show. Dion, Harriet, Isaac are all here. Can you tell us your name and why you're calling?
Hi, I'm Akosia, and I am a former student of STN.
Are you Akosia Puni?
I am not Akosia.
You know what I said? Akosia Puni is a very popular Ghanaian. You know her, right, Dion?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a friend's sister. We used to grow up. We grew up in together. Yeah, I used to go hang out with them at Tishinengwa Estates. So know her very well. But thank you for clarifying that you are not Akosia Puni. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So I am a former student of Miss Dion's. I attended another class and I was not really following. So I called a friend that knew about her class, and so he gave me a number. I gave her a call, and she enrolled me in her class. And I would say that by God's grace, I'm also a success story.
Thank you so much, Akosia. And you live in Maryland, the East Coast area, right?
Yes, I live in the East Coast area.
Okay. So have you started working with the information you've gotten from ATTECH already?
Yes, yes, I have been working.
How long have you been in your field?
I've been in my field for a while now.
Okay.
And as you know, this is information security, and so we learn to secure our information.
Because it's one thing with the talk. See where because I want to pull this one on us. But okay, so no worries. Thank you so much for sharing and of course your testimony and confirming the power that ATTECH led by Dion has brought to your life and your and into our community as a whole. So we really appreciate that, and we look forward to engaging you on this platform. Keep watching the Progressive Minds. This is what we do week in, week out, and we also encourage you to support us if you can, so that next time you don't call my cell phone, you call the studio line. Akosia, once again, have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we missed another call. If you have time, you can ring us. Isaac, I don't know if you remember the last question that I asked, but are you an instructor at ATTECH?
I am a supporting artist. So I get featured when necessary.
Okay. All right. The reason why I said that is because you've been around in this space for a long time. So there. So you are like an adjunct professor, adjunct tutor.
Yeah.
To the so we have a whole IT university. Okay, this program is building growing IT professionals. Growing IT professionals in minority communities in the African diaspora. But we are not limited to these communities. Only reason why we chose this topic is because we want to encourage more numbers. Even though Isaac, I just confirmed that there are a lot of people from our communities who are operating in this space, but we want to grow the numbers. We wish that 90% of us here in the diaspora will be here. So the more money we make, the more we can help folks back home and even invest here in poorer communities and lift people up. So if you're watching the Progressive Mind Show, please, we encourage you to share the feed. You can visit our website now, the Progressive Mind Show. Just type that and then make your donation to support what we're doing. Call up, please tell us your name and why you're calling. Hello, caller. So looks like hold on one second. We have another. Okay. Hello, caller. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Can you please go ahead?
Yeah, so I'm United VP and a student of ATTECH too.
Okay.
I just finished my class and remember last year, and I think among my batch, I was the first person to land a job. Actually, DIONNE has been a pivotal to this success because I was working as a database administrator then, but I needed to switch my role on career. So I reached out to her, and then she's been very, very helpful. And then whenever I need advice or anything that has to do within the cybersecurity space, she's always there. And then, like, everything that I learned in the class was really helpful to currently in my role as well. And then I didn't just get an associate or senior level, but straight, I just landed a principal associate role. And then it travels my mind a lot because it's something that's related to my master's. Initially, I wasn't able to land a job in regards to that by joining ATTECH, and then having DIONNE as a mentor has been really, really helpful and a successful journey too. So shout out to DIONNE. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. We really appreciate it. I know you sound like the one who's going to release a new Mercedes or BMW very soon. So I'm not worried. I know you got me, and I got you. Oh, all right, bro. Thank you so much. We have another caller on the line. Hey, DIONNE, this school, I have to join by tomorrow. Hey, no, I don't think even if we were, talking to students from Harvard, we'll be getting this many calls. This is mind blowing. Caller, please tell us your name and why you're ringing in today.
My name is Ruby, and I'm calling just to give DIONNE a.
There's another call coming through already. Yes, please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Mimi, and I'm just calling to give DIONNE a shout out.
Mimi, what state are you calling from?
I'm in Maryland.
Okay, all right. Please go ahead.
So I actually met DIONNE about 6 weeks ago, but it feels like I've known her forever. It's just so refreshing to not only see a female lead a class like that, but a female from Ghana lead a class like that. She's very powerful. DIONNE's a very confident woman, and it shows it by the number of students she graduates and the number of students that get jobs after graduating from her class. I'm just a current student, but I know that I'm going to get a job because I just believe in what she teaches us. DIONNE has an answer to every question that's being asked. And that's how good she is. She's not doing this for the money. She's doing this because she loves it. She's doing it because she wants to help a lot of people. This has been life-changing for a lot of people, as you can tell. So I'm just grateful to have met DIONNE through a friend, actually, who told me about Dion. So I want to give her a shout out.
Wow.
To tell her she's doing such a great job. She should keep it up. We're behind her. And
Wow.
we know that she's going to do more and more and more.
Are you working with your certificate already?
No, like I said, I just joined the class.
Oh, you joined the class. Okay. Okay. Okay.
But I know I'm going to get a job.
Of course. Yeah. Your 6 figures is waiting for you. No worries. Okay. I want to take this next caller. All right. Thank you so much for ringing in. We have another caller, and very soon we'll go back to our guest. Calls me to me. That's a question. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, please tell us your name, the state you're calling from, and your reason for calling in.
Yes, my name is Shay, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And I'm calling to give my testimony about the Tech Academy and Dion.
Please go ahead.
Yes, so I was one of Dion's earlier students, and I've known Dion for quite some time now.
Okay.
And my experience with the Tech Academy was very positive. Dion will not stop teaching until she is sure that everybody is on the same page.
Okay.
And she makes herself available all the time for you to ask her questions. She's very passionate about what she does, and I can tell you can just hear it in her voice as she's teaching. And aside from being my teacher, she was also my friend, and she was also very encouraging when I was in my job search and trying to, land a role, going through interviews. She was always helping me if I had questions about something regarding my job description or regarding an interview question or how I could be better. She was always giving me advice. So anyone who could be under the guise of Dion's teachings would be very, very fortunate. That's what I would say.
Thank you so much for sharing. We really, really appreciate it. Next caller, can you please tell us your name and your states, and why you're calling in?
Okay, my name is Charlotte Ajiman.
Okay.
I'm calling from Maryland.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm a former student of Dion.
Okay, beautiful.
I
Please.
just wanted to say that she's a very wonderful instructor. She has really changed my life. So I just wanted to call in.
Now, so are you working with the information you got from the school already?
Yes, I am. Actually, I graduated 6 months ago. Eric and I were in the same class.
Okay. And prior to that, did you have a college degree, master's, anything of the sort?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Actually, I have a degree. I have 2 degrees, 2 bachelor's degree, and also I did some certification in business analytic in Harvard. So I wanted to branch into that. So later on, I was just applying for a job, and one of my friends was like, let's do IT, because all of them fall under the same, field. So I decided that I would just take DIONNE class, and got so good. Immediately I completed the class. Within like 2 or 3 months, I got an offer letter. So now I'm working in the field.
So you went to Harvard and all, but you went to ATTECH, and you were on your way to I know you're already making 6 figures. You didn't tell me, but I'm guessing. And oh, you are. Thank you. Yeah, good. You're good. You're making 6 figures. My website is not down. It's very active right now. So when you click it, when you type my website, The Progressive Minds, all these 6 figures. You know what? There's a donate button there. So you know the rest of the story now.
No
problem. This one is a feeling sister. Thank you so much for ringing in. We appreciate you. And again, keep sharing. The most important thing, guys, we have to do now is share this feed. All right. And both on Facebook and YouTube, because we want it to go viral.
Yes,
we want to be
definitely do that.
Yeah.
And also what I have to say is that if there's anyone listening
and you're planning to go into IT or cybersecurity, I recommend ATTECH Academy. That's
Absolutely.
the best place for cybersecurity.
Absolutely. And we want ATTECH to be known as, see, the next thing is we want to hear ATTECH on CNN, okay, as the biggest minority cybersecurity school that, or university that has changed this world, okay, and that is attainable. And so let's keep the message going as you're doing right now. Let's keep it going on social media. You share this feed, you share it, even the school's website and all of that, and let's keep it going, okay?
Definitely, I will. Thank you very much.
And don't forget my website now. Okay, that one I have to bring. You're welcome. Thank you so much once again for ringing in. So we will take a break on the calls, even though they've been trickling in. We'll go back to our guest and continue the show. You have been watching the Progressive Mind show right here in the beautiful city of Chicago. We are here every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. engaging in conversations such as this. Our goal is to build our communities through dialogue. We want to promote positivity. We want to promote causes such as this. We are also passionate about bridging the gap in the diaspora, especially Africans, African Americans, Caribbeans. We are all one people, but more often than not, we don't seem to relate and acknowledge and appreciate each other. And so these are some of the conversations we hold dear and promote on this platform. Aside that, we have been promoting other locals, small businesses, and we always do this without anybody having to pay anything to us. So our production is solely on us, and we encourage our audience to support us in that manner. We're also looking for grant writers, right? So if you're a good grant writer or you know someone, please send them our way. And social media managers. Social media manager is something that we're looking for. So any type of assistance that you think you may be able to offer the Progressive Minds for it to grow more than what we have done, please send us an email, info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. If you go to Instagram, you type the Progressive Mind Show, is there. If you see the yellow logo, that's us. We're on YouTube and Facebook. Follow us, subscribe, share the feed, and we are the #1 community building platform, and we are serious about that. And so please help build our community, promotes, unite Africans, unite the diaspora, and promotes positivity in our society. Thank you so much for giving us that audience. We'll go to the platform. We have to take comments. We've had so many of them coming through. So this is from a Facebook user. DIONNE is passionate about what she does. I got a job 1 month after I took her class. I had no IT background, but I did it with her encouragement and mentorship from Kofi. Thank you so much. This is from Michael Nyako. She's the best. She's transforming lives, including mine. I am very surprised to be making this much at this age. Shout out to DIONNE. All this money you guys are making. ATTECH Academy is the best place for cybersecurity. Thank you, DIONNE. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Caller, can you please hold on for a second for us? Thank you so much. Next here is yeah, I took the class with Kofi. Who's Kofi? DIONNE.
The guy who just called about he was the I think 2 callers before the last one.
Okay, he must be a very popular guy because people.
You wanted him to buy a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The one who said he's 25.
Oh, okay. He must be a very popular person because I'm not for you do. Kofi, you are my guy. Charlie, reach out and let's link up. 25 years, which I don't need. I'm a progressive mass. ATTECH Academy is the best place for cybersecurity. Thank you, DIONNE from Charlotte Ajimine. And then Bella says, no, Rita Bell Banga says, yeah, I took the class with Kofi. Okay, another reference there. And this one is, yes, so Cameroonian here. Beautiful. We want to see other African nationalities responding and, sharing their stories too. And I know there are a lot of them. DIONNE will break everything down to the level that you will understand. God bless you, DIONNE. This is from Rita again. And Prosper Osayakoto, the best IT teacher in the world at DIONNE. Period. Okay. Nicole Moore. Yes, DIONNE is awesome. She knows her stuff and makes sure you understand. She is the best. I have never, to be honest, DIONNE, I've had, when I had Wade Maya, right? You all know Wade Maya.
Yes, yes.
People called. We had a lot of testimonies. I had the director for Diaspora at the president's office in Ghana. We've had some very important people here, judges, you know. But this is the first time I'm getting this much genuine testimony by all those diverse people, you know, towards towards an individual and an institution. And so it's just speaking to the power that you have, DIONNE, and it's truly a blessing. Thank you so much for what you've done so far. She's the best, Nora. And then let's see if we can get another one here. Mame Derby, I would recommend ATTECH for everyone looking for a change career. She takes her time to explain things to details, very passionate on what she teaches and encourages all her students. She's the best cyber teacher I have ever come across. Thank you so much. Jessica Singh says, so true, DIONNE. Where you're Indian, no lie. That is very. I say we want diversity. Jessica, thank you so much for sharing. Hello, DIONNE. This is Jessica. And then Joyce is also here. Prosper Osei Akoto, she's the queen of humility, and I really admire her a lot. God bless your heart. Thank you so much, my brother, for bringing up. St. Paul says, let's go ATTECH. We can make the world great again in cybersecurity as Africans, as Black people. That is true. And DIONNE DIONNE for First Lady. First Lady, I know Maryland First Lady, Accra, Ghana First Lady. We have to be specific. DIONNE, what state are you in, DIONNE?
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay. And so this is from Leonidas JF Bayfi. DIONNE has played a pivotal role in my career development and success. I would like to use this platform to acknowledge her contribution. I feel extremely lucky to have found her. She is such a wonderful, inspiring, and encouraging mentor. I have changed my job role, and I will not have applied for my current role if I had not met her. DIONNE is exceptional. Thank you, Leonidas. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Charlotte says, ATTECH is the best place of cybersecurity. I was in the healthcare field and decided to switch my career. Mrs. DIONNE taught me cybersecurity and how I'm working in the cybersecurity field. Thank you, DIONNE. All right, and so we will take, I think, last comment, and then we'll go back to our audience. This is from James Asari Opong. I'm a cloud security engineer at AWS. One more name, AWS. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, and DIONNE's student. She trust me when I tell you she's a great teacher. She is a great teacher. And client junior, DIONNE top notch. All right, Mr. Client, meaning client. On one she just they give us one time. Okay, thank you so much, you all, for your comments. It's 15 minutes to the end of the program, but it feels like it's been so refreshing, and I really have enjoyed every bit of it so far. So let's talk about how can people join this class, and what are the durations? You have a 3-month course, 6-month course. How is it broken down, DIONNE?
Yeah. So yeah, this is a cybersecurity program, and it is a 3-month course, right? So our program is divided into 2 phases. We have the first phase where we actually, walk you through the whole entire process when it comes to cybersecurity, what you need to know and everything that you need to learn. And then the second phase is the mentorship. Something like you don't get out there. So we will actually train you. And then when we're done, we move you to the second phase. And that is where the mentorship programs start.
Okay.
So we will actually mentor you throughout your whole entire cycle. So you call me and say, Dionne, I got a job. So we actually hold you down throughout your interview process, walk you through everything, prepare you and how to do well within, you know, in your interviews. And one thing about ATTECH Academy is that we keep our students. So even so all the people that have started years ago, we still have everybody on our contact. The reason being that we know that you need us and we need you. And everybody out here will also need you because it's all about networking. So in ATTECH Academy, we also have our IT professional community. We have the student community and then we have the professional community. So once you go through the program, you go through the mentorship and you get a job, then we will then move you to the professional community. And this is where you can meet myself, Harriet, Isaac, and the rest. All the people that I've been calling, everybody's in that community group. And over there, we help each other. We network each other. So that is what the program is. And you can get more information by going to www.attech Academy. And ATTECH is ATTECH Academy together.com. And everything that you want to know is over there. And our contact is also 240-755-2456. Again, 240-755-2456. So when you call us, we'll walk you through everything.
Awesome. So I know very soon it's going to change from an academy to a university. This is just
yes.
That's what it is. How many students do you currently have?
So right now we have an ongoing class. So I think somebody called and I think they said that they are in the current class right now. Yes, so that's like 52 students.
52.
Yes.
Okay. And you are the tutor. Are you the only instructor in the class?
Yes. I'm the only instructor for ATTECH Academy, but we have mentors.
Okay. And Isaac is one of the mentors.
Yeah, Isaac is one of the senior, mentors out there. And Harriet is also part of the mentorship people as well too. So we have many mentors. I am the only instructor, and then the mentors actually help the students, the new student coming up over here. We actually help you grow and help you achieve. Only you put your mind to it. Yeah.
Isaac, you being a mentor, how many people have you seen? So far. How many people have come through you as as a mentor, or people who are mentees to you?
I must say a couple of people, about 50, and I must say the reason why I think you were surprised people go to universities and don't get the job and come to ATTECH and they get a job. The reason is being they get on the job training. They don't get everything to prepare them for the world, but they get on the job training, so they get what is required to get on the job, and it makes it easy after your 3 months getting some form of mentorship. It becomes easier for you to understand what you're supposed to do on the job. So when you get an interview, when you get you get help with preparation of your resume, and then when you get an interview, because when you get an interview is basically on what you're going to do on the job, right? So if you have that kind of training, it's easier to sail through and then get a job, and then you also get helping hands to help you through your initial stages of joining, and then you become a pro. And it's easier because when you dedicate yourself that you want to learn something, it gets easier. And one thing I would advise a lot of people who wants to join this is they have to be willing to learn and read wide. And I'm very, very proud of Dionne because she has achieved a lot and she knows I'm very motivated.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing. And so people, okay, so I'll come back to you, Harriet. So how many people have you mentored so far?
I am just now getting into that space. This will be my first time mentoring. Currently, I have roughly like 15 people that I probably will start working with. And so I'm looking forward to helping people. I'm always bringing my A game. So I hope that my group actually is ready and willing to learn, because that's all I do.
As Isaac, as a mentor, what have you experienced with people who have come to you so far in terms of people's challenge, fear? Have you encountered these, and how do you break it down and break through? And
usually people lack confidence, right? Because most of them, they come as from diverse background. There are some people like myself who did economics, even people who did odontology. There are people who don't even have a bachelor's, and they kind of have that. People who are doing like home care, and they have like, they are timid. They think that it is a big thing, right? So the first thing I try to do is to encourage people and get them the vigor to face this thing, because it's nothing out of the blue. Those of us who do it, we don't have two heads, we have only one head. So I always try to encourage people. So the thing I see most with people is they feel a little bit overwhelmed, and they don't have the confidence. So that is mostly what I try to do, to encourage them to get into it.
No, thank you so much. So the key thing is that anybody who is doing it doesn't have two heads. So so thank you. Unfortunately, we lost the feed. We lost Dionne's feed. She's going to come in again. But while we wait on her, Harriet, in a nutshell, because we only have about 6 minutes to go, so in 30 seconds, what is cybersecurity for anybody who does not have an idea? How do you see it?
So I would say, if you can hear me, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you good.
And I will call on Isaac to also help me out as well.
From your own understanding, have you been in it for some time?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
So currently I am a security compliance lead at a company where I basically support Microsoft Azure applications, right? So my job there is to basically make sure that the different applications that they build off of Azure, right, that platform, is secure and is ready for certification. We're currently actually going through audit. And so once we're able to go through our audit successfully with my assistants and my team, we're basically, we've pretty much secured that application, and the company can actually do business with the government entity, the government agency that we're working with.
Okay, great response. But I still want to drill in general. If somebody says, what is cybersecurity and why should I be in it? What would be how have you understood it so far in maybe in 2 sentences?
Securing all cyber assets, right? Making sure that your systems that you use in any organization is secure. Right? You don't have unauthorized users or foreign entities just breaking into your system, and you have, I would say, secure applications.
Okay, great response, Isaac. How about you?
It's all about protection of information, right?
Okay.
So we want to make sure information about people are protected.
Okay.
So that intruders don't get into systems to get. That is why we have the CIA tried, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So that is the basis of cybersecurity, protection of information.
Thank you so much. Protection of information. Dionne.
Yes.
Because of time, maybe in 30 seconds, what is cybersecurity, and how, and what are the 3 main components that are used in the execution of anybody, in the carrying out of cybersecurity functionality? Now, the question is too technical. Let me make it simple. What is cybersecurity, and how does it work?
Okay, so the simplest way I will say this: cybersecurity is protecting data. all about protecting data.
Okay.
I always tell people that data is actually more expensive than babies. Very expensive. Data is very expensive. So, and it's in a layman's term, cybersecurity is protecting data. And as Isaac said, protecting information security, protecting data. Now, how do we protect those data? Through many process that a system or application or a network has to go through. Cyber is not a one-thing thing. Let's get it done and be done. It doesn't work like that. Cyber is an ongoing process.
Okay.
You have to move from one step to the other.
Okay.
So you putting this in place today doesn't mean that your system or your application is secured forever, right?
Right. Because of time. So can you summarize it for us?
Yeah, at least it minimizes risk.
Okay.
So protecting data and making sure that the risk that comes is very minimal. And because risk costs money.
Okay.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We only have 2 minutes, and I'd like you all 10 seconds each, and then DIONNE will close us with more information, how to register and the website and all that. And we only have 2 minutes. So I'll start with Isaac, Harriet, and then DIONNE. Isaac, your closing remarks. 10 seconds, please.
My closing remarks is to encourage every single person who watches this to get into cybersecurity, because it's lucrative, and two, it's not that difficult as we think.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yamin Shah, for making it brief. Harriet.
I think my last comment or my closing remarks would be that I encourage everybody to master up that confidence, that courage, right? And take a bold step. You just have to take a bold step. There's nothing to lose.
Okay. There's more money to make.
Exactly.
All right, DIONNE.
Yes. So this is all I have to say. Don't get too comfortable where you are sitting. Okay. Join the train as we're going. Cybersecurity is evolving, it's getting bigger, and you don't want to join 15, 20 years later where you're fighting with people for just $100,000. This is now. This is the time for you to join and make a career out of this industry. Again, the school is ATTECH Academy. You can, look up on the internet, www.attechacademy.com. You can go over there, fill a form. We will contact you once we get your information.
Awesome. What is the basic salary that somebody will make after your 3 months completion from ATTECH?
My lowest earner student make 90K.
Okay. The lowest after 3 months of learning, you make 90,000. Ochidame, sign up. On that note, I want to thank DIONNE, LUNDEN, Isaac, Harriet from ATTECH Academy. God bless you for coming on the show. We really appreciate everyone that has called in. Please remember to reach out to us if you have any way, any offer, and anything you can do to help the progressive minds. We will really appreciate it. This is where we build our communities. Remember, to whom much is given, much is required. This has been your host, Alinko. We will see you next week. God bless. Bye-bye.